Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm the Mighty MC, and I have another knife for show and tell for you guys today. I've been a little inconsistent lately because I took a new position at my job, and it's requiring a bit more mental energy than my old job, my old position rather. But I am back, and I'll try to be more consistent moving forward. You might not care, but I do enjoy making these videos. So today, I have the Eutectic EFD from Liong Mah Design. I have the denim blue and stonewash blade and the right-handed configuration. I guess I didn't realize they made them both ways. Anyway, let's get to the knife. Now, what this is the EFD is a budget version of his field duty knife, and that's like a $500 knife. I do really like the field duty, but I'm not in the $500 knife portion of my knife journey, and I don't know if I ever will be. But anyway, let's talk about what we got here. So this is that denim blue G10, really nice looking. I like it a lot. The stonewashed 14C 28N blade. Two deployments on this one. You've got the nice long deployment hole and the front flipper, top flipper there. It's a liner lock. It does have a nice reversible pocket clip with an inset there. But they did use the mushroom screws. And the inset's nice, but I wish they would have gone ahead and done flathead screws. It's not the end of the world, but it would have been nicer. Mine's just a shade off center. Not the end of the world. Nothing I'd even worry about. Nothing I'd ding it for. Pivot there has the Liong Mah M on it. There you go. Nice. Pocket clip's alright. Not the best, not the worst. Does have a nice lanyard hole there, which is unusual for a knife this size. And let's take a look at the blade. So I'm going to do this deployment, show you the blade, then we'll come back and do the other. This is the flick hole, and that's nice. It works really well. There's your blade, 14C 28N. Nice looking. The only text I saw on it was a 14C 28N there. Nothing else. Jimping about a third of the way up. That's nice. Nice big choil on it, which I really like that for this grip right here, which gives me a lot of control. I like useful jimping, and that's nice useful jimping. That's where my thumb wants to sit. The choil is nice for sharpening and for extra grip, different grips, but the handle is big enough that I can get a nice full four-finger grip. I have a wide hand from here to here, but I have short fingers, but I can still get a nice. But that's also comfortable, and honestly, ergonomically for me, this is a little better, but if I really have to push cut, that's really nice too. So the liner lock falls right shut, and then this, I can get it over the top, which is rare for me, and then of course that. So all the deployment methods work well. That over the top, I get it this way, and I can thumb flick it. Can I thumb roll? Yeah, I can. So I can get all those deployments really nicely. This is a nice, versatile deployment hole because of the length of it, the width. I don't feel like I have to jam my thumb fat in there. Like I can get a nice, comfortable piece of my thumb in there without jamming it in there. So, again, this is a budget of the field duty, and I know the controversy when the field duty came out with Neve's knives was the detent, and him and Liong Mah got into it. I'm fortunate that I'm a pretty small, insignificant YouTuber, so Liong Mah's not going to care what I have to say, and that's good because the detent on this thing is lacking. That's my only concern. This is a bigger knife than I would normally carry, but that's okay. The ergos are good. I don't really notice until I have to stretch my finger to get to that, but it's still not unusable, and I can still do everything I need to do. It's just a bigger knife. It doesn't carry big. That's nice. It's not heavy for its size. It's kind of thin this way with those nested liners, so it doesn't feel like a huge knife, but man, the detent, it's not horrible, but like, see that? And I'm not even getting in the deployment hole. I'm just going to put my finger on that piece of material right there. And there's just, in the closed blade position, the lockup is good. It's about, what, 35 maybe % or so. Because I didn't tighten it, or I did tighten this, I'm sorry. I did not bend that lock bar, and I just haven't dealt with it like that yet. And the detent is just, I don't know, man. It's right at that spot where it's not the worst I've ever had, but like, that's not much of a wrist flick you're seeing from me. It's a little bit of one, but I don't have to, I don't have to force it out of there. This penguin takes quite a bit more force. I can still do it. I've had exactly one knife open on me in my pocket, and I don't want to ever do that again. Especially a knife this size. That was a small knife. But the detent's not horrible. It's just not great. I would like it, a couple levels stronger. On my scale, I like my detent about a 7. 6 is kind of on the low side. I would consider this probably a 4.5 or a 5. Can I do that with this? See, my finger slips off this one. If I let this one go all the way shut, I have to reset and really put force on it. So anyway, that's my one complaint. Not the end of the world. It's not terrible detent, and I've certainly had worse, but it is something to keep in mind. Now, I only saw this on one place, and that was his site, Liong Mah Designs, or whatever it was, or Eutechnic, the 2 sites. I don't know if it's at dealers yet. And on his, I think it came $95 all said and done because of shipping. So, sharpness, not a problem there. I've had duller knives, definitely. It's not the sharpest knife I've ever had, but it's not the dullest either. Nothing I would complain about. Okay, so that's what we have in the Liong Mah EFD. Let's do a quick weight and a size comparison, and I'll get you out of here. I told you it didn't carry heavy, and that I believe to be true. So, 3.85 for this size knife. That's not bad, honestly. I'm gonna weigh the penguin real quick. 3.2. So okay, so the penguin was 3.2. This was 3.8. Now let's do a size comparison. If you don't know the penguin, guys, this is the penguin, QSP penguin. If you don't have a penguin, get a damn penguin. Button lock slip joint, titanium. They make a mini, they make a XL, whatever you need. Get a penguin. It's one of the most versatile knives in my collection. But as you can see, it is quite a bit smaller than the EFD. Let's go pivot to pivot there. Longer on the blade, longer on the handle. Just an overall bigger knife. Next up, this is the one I consider the perfect EDC size for me. This is the Spyderco 805 Salt. Once again, a much bigger knife. Pivot to pivot. He's a taller knife. He has a longer knife, blade and handle. And then, of course, where it will lose in the length department, the Ontario Rat Model 1. The Rat, there you go, pivot to pivot. Longer blade, longer handle. The Rat's a significantly bigger model, and he's a much heavier model because, like, he's thicker. Like, this guy's fairly thin because of those nested liners, and it does make him thinner and give me better ergos, and it makes him feel more refined, as to where this has a more industrial feel, those heavy visible liners, but it does give it a more significant feel in the hand also. And he is over an ounce heavier. So that's one of the things. They did do some things here to reduce the weight, like those heavily nested liners. Like, you probably can't really see it, but the G10 does go back a good ways before you hit liner. So anyway, guys, I will put links in the description to where I got the knife. They do have a whole bunch of colors, so that's nice. This is the Liong Mah EFD. If I'm butchering your name, Liong Mah, I'm sorry. Denim blue, stonewashed, right-handed. I didn't pay attention on the website if they have left-handed ones, which I guess I got lucky. So they probably do have left-handed configurations, which you lefties should be happy about. Anyway, there it is, you guys. I am the Mighty MC. I do have some cool stuff coming, but this is the Liong Mah EFD budget. They're $85. I think it's about $95 shipped. You guys have a great few days, and I'll probably talk to you Wednesday or Thursday. Bye, guys.